xQc debates are some of my favorite because it's like really bad. I mean, he's not very good at it, but he still tries. You know what I mean? Ethan, on the other hand, wasn't the best debater for a very long time and has gotten tremendously better. Here's my prediction. xQc is going to hit him with the high notes. You're bad. You were racist. Remember when you said the N-word? Like whatever people have written 1,000 times over on YouTube commentary circles. And then when Ethan responds with like, well, you know, you're not reacting hard enough, or do you think that this is ethical? He's going to say, I don't give a shit. And that's what his counter is going to be, I assume. And the weird situation is that like, I'm a little bit in the middle of this argument as far as like my position, because I do think that for the most part, like ReactGate is certainly overblown, because most content creators across the board, other than the ones that are like going crazy over it, they have a more nuanced approach, more nuanced approach to like Twitch streamers reacting to content and don't really care about it and see benefits from it as well. Ultimately, it's pointless, but you know, some content will come out of it.
I think I'm the right guy because I do a lot of it. I do good reacts, bad reacts, but overall I do a high density of reacts. I do a lot of it. I ask for permission a lot, and I try to make an ecosystem where things are good and not conflictual.
Right.
That's the main point. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, that's all fair. That's all good. Do you think your work is transformative?
Yes.
You do?
Yep.
Wait.
Here, I mean, okay, because I was watching you yesterday, and here you said it's absolutely not transformative. Here it is.
You don't have to care. That's totally fine. But do you agree that you've created non-transformative reactions?
100%, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. We've agreed.
So here you say you've 100% made non-transformative reactions. Did you change your mind?
No, absolutely not. I didn't change my mind. The whole point is that nevers are really bad, because I think we all have stuff that is not transformative. If you do a full-on yes or no, I just kind of like play with the question, and that was kind of like on the
but
fly.
your work is not fully transformative. Some of it is not, by your own admission.
Yeah, some of it is less reactive. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So in that regard, do you care at all about like IP or copyright, or like the fact that it's illegal? Does that matter? That it might be illegal, does that matter to you?
No.
It doesn't matter.
Well, if flat out doesn't, because
well, that's fair. That's totally fair. And so because it doesn't matter to you, I don't think there's any point to really even discuss.
Well, I can elaborate a little bit.
Go ahead, please.
And open the door a tiny bit, just to give you a general angle. I truly believe that usually the people that enforce it are the ones that have a problem with it, right? The problem with the nature of the content itself. Because in terms of legality, right? Technically, if I'm playing some Telltale game, well, I mean, they could take me down anytime they want, right? Because that's their game.
This motherfucker shamelessly using my argument. Right. Oh my God. Okay, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. So you can't, on the one hand, constantly fucking use your juicer audience against me to then shamelessly turn around and use my arguments, you motherfucker, bar for bar. He's using my Nintendo take. I'm copy striking him, dude.
So I have to care, because it's the legality of it, right? Like if somebody wants to strike down, wants to send out a claim, whatever, well, I have to act on that, right? So
it's also funny because everyone yelled at me when I made that argument, but now that xQc's making it, I bet everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, dude, King, you're so smart. He's so brilliant." It's fine. I don't give a shit. As long as people recognize it as valid, then I don't give a shit. If they don't.
I upload this much, right? Overall, because I have a lot of runtime, you upload about this much. If you were to break down the percentage of non-transformative content, your ratio is almost higher as mine.
I have no idea what you're trying to say right now. You're going to have to unpack that more. I don't understand this much, that much. You got to explain that a little more.
So the content you upload on your YouTube and on your channels, right? The things that are on YouTube, because you don't want to do Twitch.
Talk about my podcast?
Doesn't matter. Your content, the stuff that you upload, right? The stuff that you control and upload.
Okay.
Yes?
Okay, sure.
So overall, if you add all the content you put out there, right? I have about that much, because it's a lot of runtime. It's a lot.
I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. Do you have proof of that? Like, you're just saying that much.
Remember in 2016 when Ethan got sued over fair use and React content? Pretty dope shit that he hates it when xQc does it. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys recognize it or understand it. This ultimately comes down to, I don't like the way you're reacting, which is why I don't like this argument, which is why I was trying to tell Ethan when we were having that conversation together that like, then you're basically policing someone else's reacts, which is not the best argument to make against it.
Well, hold on. Before you do that, let's just I do think it's interesting because the commentary does matter.
Okay, do that. What?
So then,
Where?
Arnold began to notice that
Music?
Arnold didn't have the best. Recognized as one of the.
What the fuck am I watching? I mean, if that, hey,
tattoo was finished.
wait, that
instant response.
that did pretty good actually. What the fuck? That guy's really good who did that.
The argument that every explained.
Bro, that crowd though. Oh, is that Tana? What the fuck? Adam 22. What?
Wait, there's no. I'm sorry. I'm pausing like it's
What is the
fucking.
dumbest Reddit comments? I guess. I thought they had like one song.
So that's the entirety of the commentary you added to his 8, and I think it's even fair. And I know you don't defend yourself on this, so I guess it's kind of a moot point. But the quality of the commentary, like you have to be commenting, analyzing, being critical of the
You
content.
can do the
you're
same
watching for it
thing
to
and
be
go
fair
through
use,
all
but
of
that
Ethan's
doesn't matter, right? 'Cause you
laser
don't even
reactions
believe
and
it.
fine-tune code and pick stuff apart. Yes, I know.
I think you're right. I think you got me. So I think instead, I think we should get an example, one of your examples then.
Sure, I'd love to.
Let's get one of your examples that show me the guidelines, what I should do to react.
There's gonna be instances where like Ethan is not doing a good job reacting as well. This is why the conversation devolves into nothingness at this point. It turns into a react harder meme. You know, you can always say the same thing.
So here it is. So you can.
Hours. Okay, King.
Jesus.
Finally over. Logan Paul.
Do you notice a problem already, Felix? There's a cut here.
Okay, King.
Jesus.
Why is there a cut there?
Huh?
Yeah, there's a cut here.
So whenever you play my video, did I say, "Wait, Ethan? I think I've seen something on the screen right there. Is that a dead pixel?"
No, he's gonna say it's edited. They literally take videos that they're gonna react to ahead of time.
An edited clip. If you're cutting out my commentary and then trying to say you do fair use, this seems a little silly. But I'll play it.
Play the video.
Jesus.
Finally over.
No, chat, you don't understand. Ethan took every moment of xQc's commentary versus xQc's video doesn't show Ethan actually reacting to the videos at all. These are always there's always reactions that they just clipped out.
Yeah, I mean it's not high effort.
No.
Do you not understand?
The editing is not high effort.
I mean, hold on.
Hold on.
Let me get a
not
taste
it
of
either.
this.
Does he not realize that Ethan could just like go back and show all the parts where he's doing commentary? Oh no, dude, this is such a bad way to argue this position. Holy fuck.
I mean, listen, it goes on, but I'm gonna tell you, I find it really interesting that you think this is compelling. First of all, there's so many cuts in it. It's not persuasive at all. But one thing I do want to ask you about is why you cut out the beginning of the segment when I talked about it. Here's when I set up the video. Here it is. And again, the framing, what you say in the before and after is really important. So here's how that clip starts, Felix, which you cut out for some reason.
Yeah, so Logan made a video after he got absolutely bodied for his response, where he's like, "I'm gonna sue you. This is bullshit. You're defaming me."
There you go.
You played a video.
So is that a pre-act? Is that like
Oh yeah, it's part of the same clip. You just went in and took out like 30-second slices from it.
So basically what you're saying is that if, you're going to the bar, right? And this part is like where you get in and where you get like a beer or something like that, right? And the rest of it, you just fucking say basically it's like the intro.
This is so dumb. Dude, taking clips off of his podcast is bad because his podcast has a team of producers that find clips ahead of time. And there's a narrative. There's a coherent narrative. It might be in real time, but it's never just like it's always pre-watched.
So the cuts are...
Have you watched the unedited version on my podcast?
Yeah, it's
okay. So then why was this removed?
If you don't let me talk, I mean, we're not gonna have a conversation.
Well, I just want to get to the point. You know what I mean? Because I don't want you to deflect. I want to know why you cut this part.
Then when you ask a question, you have to wait for me to answer. Otherwise, it's not gonna work.
You said, okay, go ahead, please.
Because you asked a question, you did 3 times. That's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So there's 4 of them out of many of them, by the way. There's
ultimately, who gives a fuck is the right answer because, like, again, this is like petty content creator back and forth, and I hope that you guys get that takeaway from the situation, because the ReactGate stuff is, for the most part, purely cultivated by people who want to fucking farm clout, because the overwhelming majority of content creators don't actually give a shit about it or have a significantly more nuanced position that we all would agree on at the end of the day. Why can't you admit reacting is bad?
Wait, that seems
because
like
it's not. Because every single content creator that you love is doing that, but editing out the dead air segments. That's it. The major difference is that Twitch streamers do it live.
Now you care about robbing somebody, right?
Well,
and if they didn't tell me, well, you know what? We're chilling.
You're saying the victim of the crime doesn't matter?
Which is exactly what you went after me with.
Does the
everybody
victim
else.
of the crime not matter?
Grifter, dog shit, moron, motherfucker, react harder.
The exact argument that you went at me for, and you're running away from it.
I don't know. Listen, the proof that you have victims is literally just concrete proof you did it. That's the only reason I'm saying it. I don't understand your point.
So when we say victims, I said
some people you stole from. They're a victim.
Okay. So, what about your victims?
I don't know who they are. How many times do I need to say that?
Okay, me reaching out and making an agreement with them and
every time.
It's always no
yes,
you.
You're not. Okay, listen,
dude, I love dude. XQ's arguments, like, regardless of the words that he uses, that he's learned from other people, that he's like trying to deploy in a really wrong manner because it doesn't work in the situation. It's always no you. It boils down to what about you did?
Because whenever he was on your podcast, he was sucking his balls out.
Well,
right?
that's
when he
again,
does
this is,
Mr. Chair react and. With all
dude,
due
you're
respect,
so dishonest. You don't even know what you're talking about. Last week, I chewed him out for an hour to the point where I had to apologize because people were mad at me.
Wait, what? Wait, did this turn to me now?
It is my problem, but you're not.
Did this fucking dumb Quebecer 3 IQ schnauzer snake rat say I'm chair reacts? Chair guy? You're the chair guy, bitch. He thought he could hit the Hasan bad button. That's how you know. That's how you know he's so fucking disingenuous. It literally is like a Hasan bad. Remember, pulled the ripcord. Hasan bad. Stand on your own laurels for a brief moment. He went from the only argument he has is no you, which isn't that great of an argument, to no Hasan.
This one was from a month ago. You remember this video? Disappearance of FBI's most wanted 16-year-old. XQC reacts. This is from a month ago.
That was I don't know. Did he complain? Because at this point, I don't know if I have a victim, right? I don't know. So I didn't do.
Well, you do actually. And what's funny is I literally just reached out to one random person from your recent reacts, just one, who followed me. Because I knew
it's just one. It's just one. It was only one, for sure.
Yeah. No, I swear to God.
So you went to ask, are you a victim, by the way?
Let me, hold on. This is important. This is important for you to understand. So I reached out to Vince Vintage, and I said, hey, I'm just curious, did XQC get permission? And I'm going to read you the message he sent me, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
He said, really appreciate you reaching out, Ethan. I've never been contacted by XQC at all for any of my React videos. My personal take is this. I love big streamers watching, like XQC, Hasan, Mizkif, Moist Critical, watching my videos on their stream. It's a big ego boost. But when XQC does it, it's different. When he watches my video, he always re-uploads the whole thing on his YouTube channel with his insightful commentary as, wow, chat, isn't this crazy? Compared to when Hasan watched my stuff, he shouted me out and he says he loves my stuff and he sent a bunch of subscribers to my channel. A fair exchange. Here's a video. He showed me a video of Hasan doing that. And then he said, XQC, he really just steals my shit. Entertains his audience of hundreds of hours I put into my videos while I get just a link in the YouTube description. The problem isn't the reacting, it's the re-uploading of my video with his face on the thumbnail, and also, and I don't DMCA him because I don't want the Twitter drama.
He doesn't want the Twitter drama.
Wait, why are you...
The fucking vindication!
Why are you denigrating that? I think you should take...
Did I just catch a random stray dub? How does that happen?
Well, I mean, that's a paid actor.
How does that happen? That's never happened before.
It's a paid actor.
In the
He's
history.
a paid actor.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Okay, well, just assume for the sake of the conversation that he's not a paid actor.
So what you're saying is that you went digging for victims that...
I literally messaged one dude.
Okay, so nobody in your production room believes
Why don't you just apologize to Vince Vintage?
I absolutely will, and I feel I didn't get a Twitter DM. I didn't get nothing. I feel really bad. You want to know why? Because all about the whole sphere of this, everything around it, is to make something good happen, right? And that matters
That's
to me a
such
lot.
bullshit, bro. Nice try. You literally do it to enrich yourself. You're a multimillionaire and you steal content from small creators and you don't give a fuck about their rights or what they want. And then your only justification is, oh yeah, you can come chase me down and complain and try to get my attention so I can pay you for the shit I stole. It's total bullshit, bro. You're not creating anything big for anyone. You're just taking attention and views for yourself, and you don't give a fuck about the consequences of that. It's not your decision to make that for other people's property.
You sound like watch out! You kind of sound like a Robin Hood or something. Are you like some sort of hero or something like that? Because it seems like
oh god, this is such a bad argument. XQC, you have
high road on that.
You literally he said high road, Andy. Oh no, he's fucking train speaking, dude. For the record, I do believe that like XQC understands that it's not the best to react to videos, which is my perspective as well, ultimately. Yes. And that if a content creator genuinely has an issue with like a non-DMCA content, like if my fan channels, for example, upload a non-transformative react, I always urge those fan channels who are not connected to me at all to immediately take it down, or the content creator to DMCA, because ultimately nobody wants other content creators to get fucked over. I think the reason why XQC doesn't give a shit overall is because the overwhelming majority of content creators either don't give a shit, see a benefit from it, or maybe the third category, which is because they're scared. You guys are on the same side, but he goes full goblin. He doesn't care about creators' wishes. If he doesn't get permission beforehand, he doesn't care what happens. So I asked before angle is disingenuous. Yeah, no, he doesn't ask before, but there are plenty of content creators that I don't ask for permission beforehand as well. One, because they're my friends, or two, because like it's a compelling video that I know I'm going to make a transformative product out of. And if I make a transformative product out of that and you see it on my YouTube page, that's, you know, that would be inappropriate for them to try and strike it down. Peter Santinello's videos are a great example of this. It's like 3 hours long usually, and I don't ever do the full React uploads. JCS videos are another great example as well that, I mean, where I have communicated with JCS and he does appreciate it, but it doesn't even matter. Ultimately, there is still a lot of gray areas in this, but given the fact that the overwhelming majority of YouTubers don't even care about it, and that there are benefits to it as long as you're giving it your honest go-ahead, it's not that serious of a conversation. Does that make sense? No, I think XQC respects the content creator's rights and decisions as well. I will argue that I think if someone told him don't react to my shit, he would never react to it again. 100%. I don't think that 100% he would never react to it again. No, because there are parameters. Why the fuck would he do that? He wouldn't want the negative PR in general. Kurzgesagt told him to stop and he did. Wait, really? They told him to stop? I'm shocked by that.
So you found a person who doesn't like it.
Yes.
And there's multiple ways out. For
actually, he even specifically named you as the problem. He said the other people actually clouded me up, where XQC completely stole my shit, added no valuable commentary, and then stole my views. That's specifically what he said, actually.
Okay. So the guy's a problem, and instead of reaching out in any way, shape, or form, he waited for you, to the savior of the earth, to come in and just Robin Hood it and just be, guys, I got you, bro. Why?
That's not a good, dude. If he's unprepared for this, he did not expect this counter to come. So now he's just fucking flailing aggressively. I gotta say, I'm not very convinced by Ethan's argument here. It basically boils down to his content is transformative, but XQC's isn't. That's a factual question for a jury to decide, and that includes Ethan's. Not sure that I buy the idea that Ethan has proved anything. There's not applicable legal standard being applied here, but Ethan's vibes. I know, that's why I said a lot of this ReactGate conversation turns into react harder. And also shit slinging. When it comes to me, it's mostly Hasan doesn't react. It's the chairman. There's no better indication that the ReactGate drama is quite literally around vibes. And if a streamer I like, or if a YouTuber I like does it, I like it. If a YouTuber I don't like does it, I don't like it. Or a streamer I don't like does it. Then me being recognized by pretty much the entirety, other than like reactionary YouTube channels, pretty much the entirety of fucking YouTube content creators as HasanAbi. So much so that there is like super viral memes of casually explained owning me for pausing the video over and over again and reacting too fucking hard in a live sequence to a chair meme. All it matters is what sticks. And it's just like, oh, you put the chair up, you watch the chair. Of course, there are going to be moments where the only thing that you see is the fucking chair. You're a content thief too, though. Go ahead, dude. point to fucking me being a content thief on my YouTube channel. If you think that I have uploaded something that you don't find transformative, that the content creator himself has genuinely gotten upset over, you're gonna have a very hard time finding one. All you're gonna do is look at straight VOD rips and repeat that over and over and over again.
So explain how this is good. He said, I'll let you describe. The video witnessed an 87% decrease in impressions on the day of the re-upload. So
Ethan,
explain that dub to me.
Go ahead. Do you, in your position, have a time machine? Answer the question. You do not. Gotcha. Since we're going to do the whole, I'll answer for you. You do not have a time machine, right? It is impossible to know how the video would have performed and how it went down in its natural curve over time, right? Whether I watched it
That's
or
an
not.
assumption. You have no proof. I have proof.
So you use...
I have analytics.
So one data set, right?
You have no data set. At least I have a data set.
Oh my God.
And also, you're the dude stealing content, so the onus should be on you to prove the great benefit of it.
Okay, I get what you're saying, okay? I find it a little bit dishonorable and a little bit disappointing that in the middle of a conversation about analytics, you're spewing your words to your audience and mine about
Juicers is watching you right now in his Discord.
When we're trying to prove that, it quite literally doesn't help anybody. You're muddying the water for no reason.
Literally had a good argument here. He had a good counter. He could have just started off with a good counter by being like, ultimate. Like he literally has a dog in this fight. I have a dog in this fight on xQc's side. That's why I said I'm a little bit in between both of these content creators with respect to where I'm at, what my position is. Because ultimately it does devolve into a react harder conversation. If he had turned around and told Ethan, you need to react harder as well, there are plenty of opportunities, instead of doing a deceptively edited video, he could have had a better argument there. Like, you should have had some stats. He could literally use the Austinox stats. If he had 3.5 brain cells right now, he would use Austinox's Twitter thread about me reacting to a video. The way to end this conversation is like ultimately to say, listen, it doesn't fucking matter, because most content creators, it's a gray area, because most content creators actually do benefit, and they think that they benefit even if they don't, and they don't have a problem with it, because if they did, they would DMCA me.
But it's not making any sense. And how is it that a 52% decrease in viewers is a dub for you?
Because it could have been a 65%. It could have been a 65% decrease, right?
It could have been worse. Yeah, it could have been worse. But
okay. Do you have any proof that it would have been or wouldn't have been? Do you have any data behind that or not?
I mean, dude, that's such a silly way to try to deflect from this really compelling data.
Because in my data sets, I have a lot of data sets, a bunch of them, and all the video curves.
Bro, if xQc was smart enough right now, he would just go down, scroll down to this part, and literally slam on Ethan. Not to defend xQc at all, but like, he's just doing such a bad job. Like, he could have just straight up fucking used this instead of just going, do you have data? Do you have data points? Do you have data? It's not compelling. He didn't even read his own fucking dumbass Twitter thread.
Ethan, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just lost 16 viewers since you've talked. Clearly, you're robbing me.
How do you know that you're not boring? Maybe you're the fucking boring one.
Oh, you're saying it's impossible to know? Because we only have a one.
No, I know.
Right?
You're definitely more boring and not as fun to watch. That's
stop, Ethan! Don't do this.
That's really,
that's a joke, of course. I think you're very entertaining. You're very talented.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh, thank God.
Listen, Ethan, there's still time to fucking end the call and you go about your day, okay? Before you say some really fucking dumb shit, okay? When you're out here saying, what does it matter that I'm a hypocrite?
Why is he talking like Sephiroth, dude?
What does it matter that I'm a hypocrite?
xQc got so mad.
I'm genuinely curious.
He got so mad he's throwing threads out. God damn.
It makes you look
no,
like
it doesn't. No, I'm genuinely curious. No. xQc, no, I really want you to answer it.
And you fell on your face flat. No, it's time to let on the facts.
No, it's an interesting philosophical question.
Prove me wrong.
Okay, first of all, the Teddy Fresh thing. So Teddy Fresh is a company with 30 employees. And by the way, I love whenever someone's losing a debate to me, they bring this up. It's literally the lowest hanging fruit. And if you know anything about me, you know I've talked about this 1,000 times. But I'll address it because you brought it up.
Go ahead.
We have like a whole team of designers. And sometimes our designers are taking stuff way too close to the source, and I agree, and it's not okay.
Give a fuck. So does my editors, which makes us about equal on that topic. So you can still sometimes, when somebody gets confused at the company,
You want to?
when
You can
one
if
of
you
the sweatshop guys gets it wrong.
Hold on.
Oh, my bad. But when my editor gets it wrong, oh no, we
Uh-oh.
are thieving.
Hold on. Let me finish my point.
Yeah, bring out Hila. Hey, bring him in.
Hold on. Let me finish.
I
my
didn't-
point.
I didn't-
Hold on.
okay.
Your husband is bald.
My husband looks awesome.
Dude, my hairline is. You
Gotcha.
really? Okay, dude. The fact that you're coming for my hairline just proves how fucking delusional your whole. That's a metaphor for all of your arguments. Okay, Teddy Fresh. We have designers, right? And it's a big. We have a fairly large company. This is a common problem in all streetwear. We've had designers who have pretty much close to stole designs. We fired people over it, and every time it comes up, we have company meetings and say, guys, this is unacceptable. If you're caught doing this, you will be fired.
And we've made a strict guideline, and it doesn't happen anymore.
What have
it
you
hasn't
done?
happened.
What have you done to prevent it?
Okay. So this is really good.
Okay.
You done?
Okay. That's what you sounded like.
Is he done or? what
No,
the fuck
he's
is
done. You
happening?
can talk. He's done.
This is
I'm
like
just
a
being
child.
silly. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I don't know how you put up with this shit. I would fucking leave his ass. Anyway,
Bro,
moving on.
I'm having a third child with him.
No,
Oh
you're
my
getting
God.
divorced. Wait, xQc didn't even say we're getting divorced yet. Go ahead.
xQc is getting.
You know, our 4-year-old.
Oh no!
I don't know who you guys
Dan!
are, but our 4-year-old would love your
No!
giraffe in the back.
Don't buy it. It's what your price you can
Oh
origin.
no!
Okay.
That's what you.
Ain't no way.
Okay,
That's how
so
you
let
win
me
the.
finish.
That's how you win the juicers over. Ain't no fucking way. Juicers are about to go. Juicers are about to jump ship after that because they fucking love making divorce memes. Oh Jesus fucking
I
Christ!
understand here. When you are on the high road, it is a thin fucking road when on the high road, okay? Because you have to be really tight with what you do, the things that you say, and how you act, right?
I think he's doing fine. He's live every day for hours.
Oh my God!
Please, I'm talking to Ethan, or you don't interrupt me. Okay. So now you're taking the high road, okay? You have to be really tight in how you operate.
This is such a dumb train argument. It's like, it literally is like, oh, you're calling me out and I'm going to try to rationalize my whataboutism or my no you argument. That's all he's doing, which is a staple in debate circuits, by the way, which is part of the reason why I absolutely fucking hate debates in general. It's always, oh, you're calling me out for something? Well, you have to be perfect because I'm going to utilize anyone and any time that someone has fucking said that you're a bad person. The reason why the high road conversation works is because it's inherently a conservative counter argument, which is that everyone's immoral, everyone's imperfect. So if I've done something bad, well, you've done something bad at a certain point in your life as well, which makes your argument useless because everyone is stupid ultimately. So our lizard brains go, oh, yeah, you're right. This is a bad guy, too. Why is he talking about this? It's hypocrisy. It's by your logic. It is a logical fallacy that is utilized in every debate. I do it, too. You want to know why? Because it's rhetorically awesome to do.
Click his video after
because
they
debates
saw
are
it on your
bullshit.
channel. You provide me zero direct answers. And frankly, I think you know you're wrong, and I think you don't care that you're wrong because it benefits you greatly. You make a lot of money. You don't want to change what you do. And here's another thing. You're not going to be able to make 12 hours of content for Kick, who paid you $100 million, if you can't steal other people's content. Because if you don't, what the fuck are you going to do all day? Sit there and gamble? Nobody's going to watch that shit. Nobody's going to watch this shit already. They don't care about you even having arguments. Clearly, you're not very good at that. You lost 12 viewers, man. My views are very
Don't get
good
petty.
right now,
Don't get petty, Ethan. Don't get petty, Ethan.
When the tantrum ends, when does it end, Ethan? It seems like when you go on these tangents, you go on a rampage, you just ramble.
No matter what happens, his audience is always going to see xQc as like a beacon of shining light and prosperity. So the moment that Ethan is like slipping up even a little bit, they're going to be like, oh, he's petty. He's a fucking bitch. He sucks. He's a hypocrite.
Cam, do the fucking worm.
Do
watch
that.
Your prime,
Bro,
then watch your
do
prime
it for
content.
a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get. Oh, he's crying in the corner. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, that's content, man. It's original content at least. Yes, do that, bro. Dude, do a
you
week.
fucking love it, man.
Bro,
This is the most money you've gotten in the past fucking 4 years, bitch.
It's awesome. Do a week of no react content.
What the fuck is he doing?
Even a day.
Okay.
I'm so glad I didn't serve the top of the hour ad break right then and there, and you guys got to see it. But of course, if you want uninterrupted broadcast experience, all you need to do is subscribe, baby.
Oh my God, it's Jover.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you have anything else interesting to say, so I think we can wrap it up.
Really? Oh, I think your audience thinks I have something interesting to say. It's just the problem is that you're running.
How long do you want me to sit here and listen to you, watch you crawl around on the ground like a worm? I have a show to do, dude. Unlike you, I actually fucking organize and put work into my show. I understand for you, you're just burning time. You could sit here for 12 hours. That'd make your life easier. You wouldn't have to go steal videos. But me, I planned this. I have a show. I have a schedule. This has stopped being interesting because you're just sitting there saying silly shit and doing the worm. So with that being said, thank you for calling. I feel like it was very illuminating, and I wish you the best, and I hope you have a great stream.
Can you please explain to me why everybody's aiming at xQc all of a sudden? Please, can you read and explain this to me? Since he got a contract, everyone's mauling at him. I can tell you. Back in the day, because first of all, top line approach. People do the same shit and shit sling on a vibes-based method, okay? There is no genuine logical consistency. It's you're okay if I like you, you're not okay if I don't. It was hard for him to do it because the debate premise wasn't very good. Yeah, I agree, because this is like, in many ways, it's a perfect debate. Why? Because it's bullshit. It's stupid. Most people don't care. Obviously, my community doesn't give a shit, and Ethan's community doesn't give a shit either, because Ethan also reacts. You know what I mean? And I do as well. So why the fuck would you give a shit? You're like, yeah, no, I have no problem with this. xQc probably could have done a better job at this, by the way, but I think he got too passionate, too heated, too emotional, and thought that his weapons were solid when, of course, Ethan's content and his team around him had already prepared for that clipped out of context shit. And he immediately pulled the original VOD like in a second and was like, so why didn't you show this shit? Ultimately, I don't think xQc's viewers care at the end of the day. But now he'll talk shit about Ethan for a fucking month. He'll maybe talk shit about me as well. Has anyone ever done the worm as a retort in a debate in the history of man before today? To be fair, I don't think anyone has ever done that, which was pretty cool. A lot of you guys think that xQc lost the argument, but also did you see him do the worm? Because that was pretty fire. Ethan acts like xQc has no content, but the worm was honestly the most fire content of the year. The whole debate was. Yeah. I've said this before. I think like bottom of the barrel debates like this are very good because debates are supposed to be about bullshit. They are bullshit. You don't actually arrive at a fucking truth in that situation. It's basically about making your opponent look bad and trying to rationalize logical fallacies by saying, well, I'm just testing out your moral boundaries or whatever, right? Just like the whataboutism that xQc engaged in and then turned around and said, well, I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to figure out like why you think you can high road here.